stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
You couldn't hear me. All right. Well, at least we got it soon, right? Hi, Patricia. Yeah, the song was heard, but I didn't have my microphone plugged in. So I'm presuming that's Amber. Patricia, good to see you. I'm going to see if a couple more people may join, or we'll give it to a 3-minute mark as usual. But yeah, since I was muted, I'll go ahead and repeat what I was saying. Um, you know, there's a lot of moving parts to all this. And I have been doing things behind the scenes, and I have not talked about it. I haven't even talked to my wife about it and what I'm doing and what I plan on doing. It has been between me and God, and it is working, and it is time. It's time. I've had enough. We're going to do this thing. We're going to do it. Oh my God. All right. Let's do some introductions and get started. Welcome. This isn't really a daily trudge. It's more of a catch up. It's a trudge, man, because there was something and you don't even know that it was taken from you. And we're going to get it back. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I will do my utmost to not cause any controversy. If you are here, or if you think this video might help somebody else, and please share it. Okay. So the main reason that I have been holding on to this is because if people found out what I was doing, it's going to make a lot of people upset. Okay. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about my own history and my experience. Okay. I worked at, when the first time I got sober, I was 18 and I was on Skid Row. At that point, by the time I was 20, I was a drug and alcohol counselor for Abraham Lincoln High School. Right? I had fucking won awards. I'd done this. And when I worked in detox, I was 24 or 25 when I worked in detox the first time in the 90s. 10 minutes it would take me to get somebody into treatment. No shit. Okay. Why was that? I'm going to tell you the key ingredient. It was run by peers. Yes, detox was run by people in recovery, including the managers, the supervisors. Those are the people that worked with the clients. From there, they would go to a case manager, just like it's supposed to. Okay? So, it's changed. I made the terrible mistake, and it almost fucking killed me. I learned a horrible mistake, that detox no longer offers help. They will give you a Band-Aid and a piece of paper with stuff on it, with what they consider resources. And these resources are put together like crap. These people aren't vetted. Okay, we used to be able to trust people. You can't do that anymore. It's unfortunate. Okay, you still don't know what was taken from. That was the first thing that was taken from you. The ability to make a good living helping other people. See, we worked on what was called a success rate, and that kept us accountable. And when alcoholics are accountable, oh man, we're on fire. We were always in the top 10. It was awesome. So, I'm going to kind of shorten this up so we can get to the meat and potatoes here. I like meat and potatoes. Why does it feel like Emma needs to be here? I don't know why. But anyway, so this next time I get sober, I'm like, well, I'm going to go to detox. They can help me. And they didn't. And I don't know why it took me so long to see it. Maybe because I was in my own shit. Okay. And something else had changed in AA. It's still wrong and it drives me crazy. But I put up with it. Okay. So I went back to detox. And I went to detox 22 times in 2 years to get help. And nobody once ever helped me. I would ask, are you in recovery? No, I just work here. I would listen to the staff talk about how they were going out drinking afterwards. And I would hear some of the things that they would say about us. These people did not know how to handle alcoholics. It was very clear. Okay, so what had happened? Somewhere in the 90s, the government came along and said, we'll pay you just as much, detoxers, if not more, if you hire people with bachelor's degrees. And that, my friends, boom, that was the cut that hurt the most. Okay, now let's go back a little bit. Did the U.S. government come up with peer-to-peer? No. That was Bill W. Okay? All these places out here. I'm going to give you a really good example. Let's just get to what I'm going for. Everyone must have the same chance. Period. I will not have it any other way. It is called recovery equity. Okay? So what have I done? I've taken Trudging together, and it's going to be a peer-to-peer site only. No professionals. No. None. We need to take our power back, man. It doesn't belong to them. That's ours. That belongs to us. So when the fuck did we give it away? We gave it away. Nobody fought for it. What? Now I go to AA meetings and people are, this is the other thing that killed me because I couldn't hear it. If you are willing to sponsor, please raise your hand. If you go to the meeting tonight, you're going to find out how wrong that is. Just go read the first two pages in Working with Others, and then come tell me how you're going to sit on your butt and wait for a response for somebody to come up and it's just stupid is what it is. And it's lazy. It's lazy. Okay? There's proof of the pudding there. Now, here's the thing. You don't know any better because you weren't there. Some people will tell me, well, it's always been that way. Listen, Mr. 3 years sober. No, it hasn't. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not supposed to work like this. Go to any doctor. Go to any politician. Go to any person that's involved with it. And will they tell you is the number one way to get somebody sober? another alcoholic. But they don't do that. Okay? It has become big business. Addiction and recovery is now big business, and it should not be big business. It should not be business at all. So I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to level the playing field. That's what I've been working on. See, in a peer-to-peer structure, nobody wants anything. It's all about giving. And it works phenomenally. I've been doing this for fucking over 20 years. I think I know what I'm talking about a little bit. At least a little bit. Right? But then you have people that come in and try and make it worse. This recovery coaching thing is off the fucking chain. If you're following Soberverse, get away from them. They're body brokers. Body brokers. Almost every single person you see on there, Drew Hicks, body broker. Okay. I can name off more. What's the other one? No, not Jeff. Jeff's awesome. Who is it? If it comes to my mind, I'll let you know. Okay. Here's the other thing. I don't have to be silent anymore. I have been silent for years. So the next person that tells me I have no patience is going to get a foot straight up their ass. Okay? Because I've been waiting a long time. Okay. For me, this is the moment it's happening. So I like to pick up scam likelies and hang up so they don't leave me a fucking message, because I don't like things at the top of my phone. It's just Google. Here is one thing, and this is totally off topic. If you get a call and it says, I just need you to verify by saying yes, don't do it. It's a scam. They're just trying to get that so they can get into your stuff. Okay. Gotta be very careful on what you do. They're sneaky. So when we have peer-to-peer involved, what happens? Long-term sobriety is what happens. People start to heal. And then what do? Then we get to a point where we're going to need the professionals. Am I right? I'm not saying don't use the professionals, but we're going to flip the script. We're going to make them come to us. Like how it should be. So in other words, they're going to have to provide a phenomenal service because they got to pay to play. Okay? So trudging together, if you're a person that needs help, totally free. Freedom! That's right, it's free. Why shouldn't it be? I'm not gonna have my fellow alcoholics paying for this stuff. No. I'm gonna make the professionals pay. It's clear they have the money. So if we all come together in one group and we say, hey, we're not tolerating this shit anymore. Give us back our detoxes. Give us back our treatment centers, because we provided you with that. You did not give it to us. That is ours. And we must be selfish and take it back. I'm taking it back. Okay? I want our 3 p.m. group to start doing it the right way, but it takes time to, can't just barge in and be like, you need to do this, no. That's not how things go. All right? Because it's not for me to disrupt the meeting, but I'm not going to raise my hand. Okay? What are the other things that are going on out there? Let's talk about NADAC and SAMHSA. Okay? These organizations are the people that are supposed to be helping us out by regulating things like sober livings and recovery coaches and therapists and all these other things. But the only thing that they have done in the last 5 years is change the name from alcoholic to substance use disorder. It's the only thing that they've done. Oh, I'm sorry, alcohol use disorder. I had trouble because I wasn't using it at detox where I worked. I said, I'm an alcoholic. I don't want to, now I have a disorder too. No, they are not our friends. They're not. They're huge. Too huge. Too big. Too big. You can't be the alpha and the omega. That's not how it works. Even trudging together, no way could it tout that. No way. But what I can do is bring together like-minded people and give them the right information. And some of this stuff is already working. But we got to be proud and loud. It's time we start picketing these detoxes and demanding that they let it be run by people in recovery with at least 1 year of recovery with the correct training. I think a kitty cat's trying to get in the room. Come on, kitty. I see your paw. Wants to get to bed. So the reason I had to be quiet on this is because there are people out there that are going to try and shut this down. But it's too late. It's too late. Because I've started talking, I put the right things out. Things are being done the way that they need to be done. I follow the instructions in the book to a T. Okay? And I take the program very, very seriously. It's like the 3 p.m. meeting I was just in. I was a co-host, one of the only ones in the beginning, and I tell you, it pissed me off because I don't get to participate. But I will not let chat be open until it's safe. And it's huge. But now it's getting to the point where it's like, group conscious. Hey, Dion, you got something? Halftime show. Yeah, Dion. Come on, there's got to be other names, man. It can't just be me. We have got to have a lot of people behind this. And this is a good start. But trudging together is the place where we can get all of that done. It's where you can be heard. It's where I can be heard. And they cannot shut it down. Okay? Now you know why I do not have a big online presence with Facebook and TikTok and Twitter and all that other stuff. Because what would happen is I would become reliant on those, and that'd be the only way you'd be able to find me. And notice how I've been switching everything to the website. It all has to do with that same thing. So when somebody, let's say somebody joins Trudging Together, right? And they're an alcoholic. So they go to the website, they say, I'm this, and that, and it brings up information, right? Well, if you hit therapy, we're also going to bring up some therapists for you. But I thought professionals weren't involved. Okay. They are, but I'm holding a standard to them that's very, very high. That means we're only going to get the best of the best. Okay? I was just talking with another person. We're just starting a relationship, so I don't want to bring up names, but it is one of the bigger fentanyl places. And we're going to be doing some work together. And she was talking to me about this guy, and again, I'm not going to bring up names. She's like, and what he does, because he's a high-end recovery coach. She's like, he just follows people around and makes sure they don't drink. And I'm like, that's great, but it's wrong. What's wrong? She's like, what do you mean? And I said, the reason he does that is because it works. But not everybody gets it. So I'm not for it. And she goes, oh. I'm like, that's stigma. That is stigma. And I brought some awareness to her. I'm going to tell you, she told me that, she's like, other people asked me a podcast. I said, no. And I said, well, they're not Dion. And she laughed. She goes, I love you. She's Texas. by the time we were done, we were like old friends. That's the power of God. That is the power of doing good. Right? And when we got off the phone, I told her, worst case scenario, I found another friend. Right? It's just about talking the right things. It's just about giving the right education. No, not Hicks. Who's the other one? And don't get fooled by the Andrew Boyd Hicks. It's the same dude. Hey? They're just there for pomp and circumstance. That's all they're there for. They could care less. Okay? I also talked to her about another speaker. I'm like, yeah, he's good, but he's not in recovery. He's got 18 months and he spouts the Bible. I don't see the shine in his eyes. Does that mean he's doing a disservice? No, he's not. He's saying the right things. But let's call a spade, man. What's wrong with that? So I dare you to go find somebody else that is running around going, recovery equity, recovery equity. Why? I'll tell you why, and then I'm going to wrap up. They don't want you to know. If you knew, you'd do something about it. See, there was this little switch that happened between the 90s and 2000s. Everything got kind of all fucked up, and suddenly the people that were saying no people talking for the first 30 days died. We can stop singing that song. I don't want it stuck in my head. It's stuck in my head, you jerks. What was I saying? Where's my cat? All right, easily distracted. That probably means I need to shut up. Not shut up, but end this. Got a meeting in 2 hours, so I got to save a little bit of energy for it too. But I hope you can see what I'm saying as far as, recovery equity. And keep an eye out for it. There's a reason treatment centers work. Those really expensive treatment centers, they work. So why doesn't everybody have a shot? See, when we started this whole thing, in this book right here, it says, we are all inclusive, never exclusive. Never, ever exclusive. Sorry, but these people around here are being exclusive. Oh, we don't want any LGBTQ in our meetings. Fuck you, then you're not in an AA meeting. You're a closed-minded dick. It's called spade a spade. Told you I've been waiting. But now some truths can start coming out. Okay? And we're not going to do the truths in the sense of, look what they're doing, move it there. No. It's going to be done through education. It's going to be presented professionally and right. Because what happens to you, I give a fuck about. I do. Almost more than anything in this world, man. And before I go, I'm making this change. And how do you get hundreds and thousands of AA meetings to go back to the way it was? That's what I was explaining. Those old timers died. And then what happened is nobody really got long-term sobriety in order to carry that on. Then the change was made because the people in that group really didn't understand the 12 traditions. They obviously didn't do the 12th step. For for a couple years, I came on here and yelled at people about going to meetings at frickin' Detox. I should not even have had to have done that. Bridge the gap. I gave them the idea. I'm like, why are you guys not in Detox? Oh, we could do that. What the? Oh, just so unthinking. So unthinking. So the big news is everybody needs to have the same shot. Okay? And this is going to upset professionals because they're going to have less clients. Period. Because I tell you, I've become really good at matching this person with that person doing this. I'm really good at it. I am. All right. Hour and a half. It's a relief to get that off my chest. I know it doesn't sound big, but it's bigger than anything I've ever dealt with. I've dealt with, I've done a lot of stuff. And it's neat because this is the culmination of my whole life kind of coming together. And when I leave this earth, I'm going to leave my mark. I love you. Thank you all for being here. You have no idea how much I appreciate not just you being here, but the consistency and saying, yes, Tion, you're right, because it makes me feel a little less crazy. I love you. Peace out and have a day.